Alright guys, first thing is first, safety. There's no squirrel or game out here that's worth your safety or your life. Here in Minnesota, you have to wear a piece of clothing, an article of clothing that is blaze orange above the waist. So I usually wear a cap. You can also wear a vest if you want. Like I said, safety is first. Wear your blaze orange. All right, the second thing you want to look for is you want to find a forest that has the nuts that squirrels eat, such as oak, hickory, walnuts, pecans, whatever you have in your area. Squirrels live in these trees and they eat the nuts that these trees produce. So if you can find a forest that has those nuts, more than likely you'll find some squirrels. When you're walking around, you want to be looking at these treetops. And in the fall, when these trees are dropping their nuts onto the ground, you're going to want to look on the ground as well, because the squirrels will be running around looking for those nuts on the ground as well. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is what do we use to shoot squirrels. With today's technology, even some of the pellet guns are shooting fast enough to kill squirrels consistently, but the most common rounds or guns that we use to shoot squirrels are the 22 and the shotgun. This happens to be a 20 gauge shotgun that I'm using today. Inside the shot shell here are a bunch of little pellets. If you decide to shoot a shotgun, shot size number 4 or 6 I think would be good for squirrel. And this is what a 22 looks like. As a beginner, I would recommend using a shotgun, because if you shoot a 22, you have to be pretty accurate. And if you're a new hunter, it could be frustrating for you today if you're out shooting squirrels with a 22, because you might be missing a lot. So I do recommend using a shotgun for beginners, but 22 or a shotgun, 20 gauge or 410 would be good for squirrel. There are usually 2 ways to hunt squirrel as far as techniques. First technique is just a stalk. You're just slowly walking, taking small steps. I usually walk from tree to tree before I stop. And I'll walk 5 yards, 10 yards, stop for a couple minutes, look and listen. If I don't see any squirrels, then I move on to the next tree. I usually plan out where I'm going, looking at the next tree before I start moving. Alright, when you're taking steps, walking through the woods, as you can see there are a ton of leaves and twigs here. You need to be really quiet and stealthy. You want to walk heel to toe. Land on your heel first and then slowly drop your toes. You're going to lift your feet up every time you take a step. That helps you become really quiet, and you're going to bend your knees so that your legs aren't stiff and you're not dragging your feet around. Another reason why I like to walk from tree to tree is I can use it as a rest to steady my shot. Another way to hunt squirrels is just to sit in a spot and just wait. Alright, the last tip I have for you guys is, if it is extremely slow, use a squirrel distress call. Sit in one spot, get a call out, start making some distress sounds, and a squirrel might come running to your location. So I hope these tips help you guys out, make you a better squirrel hunter. Thanks for watching.